Hi, everyone. I'm Jackson Kennedy, and this is tonight's sports. It's Monday, the start of a new work week for us Joe Lunchpails, that special breed of man who seeks respite amongst the arenas and stadiums of professional and collegiate sports teams from our daily labors and monotony, especially on weekends when we quench ourselves with a variety of alcoholic beverages, illicit substances, and a boatload of munchies that could satiate a fat guy with no couth at an all-you-can-eat buffet. But not today! Today, our bodies are not only wallowing in their usual Monday morning turmoil of gastrointestinal pains and agonies, struggling to save itself from the year's worth of calories, cholesterol, and sodium we crammed into it in the last 48 hours. Today, it's doing so armed with the knowledge that no salvation is on the way in the manner of home runs or touchdowns or three-pointers or overtime goals. Wait, you didn't think I was talking about Alka-Seltzer or Tums, did you? No, I'm talking about Major League Baseball's All-Star break. Those damned and dastardly All-Star breaks. That means no games for several days for us enthusiasts and aficionados of the world of sports. Addicts, as our spouses like to call us. Well, don't fret. All we have to do is watch our blood pressure for a few days, maybe exercise a bit, spend some time with a significant other, fuss with our children who supposedly need our attention, and take Rover out for a walk to relieve himself so he doesn't do it on the living room carpet. By the way, does anyone name their dog Rover anymore? But I digress. We do have some WNBA hoops to talk about, however, and though baseball is off until Friday, they did have an entertaining Homerun Derby tonight as part of their All-Star festivities. So without further ado, let's get to it. Yes, the Homerun Derby. Baseball's biggest sluggers get served up some juicy pitches for them to launch into orbit, much to the delight of all in attendance. Pittsburgh's O'Neal Cruz stole the spotlight tonight from the more renowned names associated with the long ball, jacking several taters into parts unknown down there in Atlanta's Truist Park. Cruz, in fact, tied for the longest blast, 513 feet in the history of the competition outside of Denver's Coors Field, a place where the thinner air allows for hits capable of reaching the International Space Station. But in the end, it was Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh, the major's leading dinger hitter at the moment, taking down this year's title. Moving on to hoops now and the WNBA, the New York Liberty may be the reigning champs, but the Minnesota Lynx own the best record in the league. And today they got 29 points from Naphisha Collier to sink the Chicago Sky, 91-78. In the only other game on the schedule, DeWanna Bonner came off the bench to lead all scorers with 22 points, hitting 7 of 8 from the field and 3 of 4 from three-point range to help Phoenix nip the Vegas Valkyries 78-77. Which brings us to our coveted all-star stud performance for the day. And we're going to cheat here a bit because, with all due respect to O'Neal Cruz, Cal Raleigh, and DeWanna Bonner, we have to give a shout-out to Cincinnati Reds manager Terry Francona, who yesterday became only the 13th manager in MLB history to win 2,000 games with his team's 4-2 triumph over the Colorado Rockies. Sorry, Terry, but we had to go with the men's Wimbledon champ yesterday since that only comes along once a year. We were hoping the Rockies would get the better of your team on Sunday so that we could honor you later in the week. But since Colorado hasn't done anyone any favors so far this year, we can't say we weren't surprised. So let it be said now that if you're winning 2,000 games in the major leagues, then you will unquestionably be, no matter when we choose to honor you, as Terry Francona is for us our ass of the night.